Welcome back. I'm Kim and Fulyana. This is Inside Exec. Today we're going to look at a case study. We haven't done a case study for a while, and this one is about team dynamics, I guess, in the broadest sense. What we have is a situation where there is a project for Organisation A, and Organisation A have determined the members of the project team. They have one vacancy which, in terms of compliance and transparency for the project, they have determined should be filled by someone from Organisation B, completely unrelated organisation. But this is an organisation that specialises in the skills for that particular role. They've gone back to their management and said, this is the team we've put together, this is how it will work. And the management feeling is that whilst the choice of the representative from Organisation B is appropriate, they shouldn't be on the project team, but there should be a liaison person on the project team whose sole responsibility, whose sole activity is to liaise with this external person. And my concern, first of all, with that is that everyone else on the project team has a job to do that is related to the outcome of this project. This single person is simply there as the post office box, if you want to put it in those terms, to relate information to this external person. That's where we sit at the moment. I'm not happy.
The first thing comes to mind is to say, why? I mean, obviously they need someone who's impartial, independent, and they agreed they need that Organisation B person. But why can't that person be part of the team? What's the threat? What's the perceived problem with that
Let
model?
me tell you, the reason they gave was that people in the organisation might want to know information, and it would be better for them to ask someone from within the organisation than this person. Like, you people can't see the face that she's making. I have to lift her jaw off the table. But yes, that was the reason, was that people in the organisation will be more comfortable asking someone from their own organisation about information that they wanted, rather than someone who was on the team but was from another organisation.
Well, I see lots of problems with that. I think they need the help, that's why they've gone externally. I think now they're putting so many obstacles and denying the opportunity to get the result they're looking for, which is independent advice, contribution, etc. And the biggest danger in doing that, and if say, I hope nobody approves this liaison person idea or that process, because that is like, it's inviting a lot of opportunities for error, breakdown in communication, personality, all sorts of trouble, and no advantages. Let's say if that happens, the person from company B who's trying to do that job as best as they want to for you guys, to that group, would be an issue because they don't get all the information. They kept out. If they see the whole picture, if they have transparency and inclusivity, they still keep their independence because they're not answerable to, they can't be told what to do, but they will do their job based on absolutely wider information and facts. And being part of the group, the project group, will give them that and will give the opportunity to have a dialogue and not work in isolation. It's a bit like if I come to you to ask your opinion, you say, no, don't ask me directly. We go through this other thing, and this way it's going to lost in translation situation. And I think being part of the group is a bigger benefit than not. Otherwise, if they have concerns, that means they don't like the concept, and they shouldn't have anyone externally because they're wasting people's time and money.
Yeah. My biggest concern with the whole scene is that it seems to reflect a culture in the organisation that anyone can ask anyone anything. And I think if you're the leader of this project team, you have a responsibility to put your foot down and say, anyone in the organisation who wants information about this project comes to me or comes through the liaison, the secretary of the group or whatever else it is, whatever role it is that is the communication portal, that's where enquiries go, that it's not open for everyone in an organisation to ask anyone who's on the project, oh, what are you up to now? That's poor management. It's lazy management. And it only leads to misinformation and problems.
Agree. Because what happens is if you ask just anyone, they will give how they see it, and that not necessarily all the facts. They might have missed something themselves. So the most important thing is leadership, as you said, and to have a process for communication and update and inclusivity. And this way everybody agrees that that's where we're at, and that if they need information outside the project team, then go get it from the authority of that information, because don't just say, oh, I used to work in that section and they blah blah. That's not good enough. Go and find out what it is now so that you can have facts.
I think too, in these times where we are really facing skills shortages, that organisations are going to have to think a little more broadly about having teams like this. And it's not, the decision is not just to have a team like that, but it's to look back at the culture of the organisation and the processes that are there and see whether that's going to support this kind of a team, because going forward teams are going to be made up of all sorts of mixtures of people and organisations, and you have to have some infrastructure that supports that model, because it's very different to the model that we've used up until this point in time.
I agree.
You've heard our views, but neither of us are happy about this situation, so don't take it on. It is fraught with danger because you are muddying the waters about communication, about structure, about hierarchy, and those things are important in terms of getting the right information from the right people to the right people about anything that you're doing. So if you're in that situation and that has helped you, or you need more information, you can always drop us a line. But for now, I'm Kim Bailey, she's Fulyana Osborne, and this is Inside Exec.